Hello, welcome back to another video. I have a lot of projects on the go at the moment, so I thought I would film it. In this video, we will be discussing a birthday project I'm working on at the moment for my mum. I also have some other things on the go. Let me show you. So a while back, I made this cardigan, just like a meshy crochet type design. I kind of did it a little bit wrong, or I wanted to make some improvements. So I made a new one. Well, I'm in the process of making a new one, and I've kind of gotten to this point where I've done the back and I'm now doing the front panels. However, I'm also at the same time writing it down to hopefully release it as a pattern for you to also make one, and it's just getting incredibly complicated, so it's taking a lot longer than I initially planned. So I am hoping to finish this at some point this week, and the present that I was talking about for my mum is going to be a granny square tote bag, and I've so far made 2 granny squares. I'm working on the 3rd one now. I'm kind of trying a different pattern. I'll put the pattern picture here that I'm using so you can follow it yourself, but I quite like that these squares look a little bit different. So my plan is, to make a bag, but I've actually, I think, decided instead of having different coloured borders, I think I want just one solid border. That's kind of where I'm stuck at the moment. I could either make it in this blue colour or this reddish colour, because those 2 are the only colours that I have a lot of. So I'm kind of a little bit stuck because I do really like the different colours at the moment. Obviously this one's still missing the outer border, but I also feel like once everything is attached, I do really like when a granny square project just has one kind of colour to connect it all. So yeah, I'm not sure. I might make a couple of squares with this blue around it and hold it together, and I can always change the last row if I don't like it. I also started a new project at the end of last week. I've kind of made some swatches for it. I'd love to pick it up again this week, but I'm kind of thinking I'm probably going to be quite busy with these things as well. I'm going to be in London for 2 days this week. Well, actually no, I'm going to be in London for 3 days this week, and then we have some weekend plans as well, so not 100% sure how much I'm going to get done, but it always helps when I'm filming. It puts a little bit more like pressure on me. It motivates me a bit more. I'm going to make some more squares and then I'll show you. I've made a few more squares and I've joined them as I went along, but now that I'm seeing them all together, I do think a matching border for all of them will look better. So I think I'm going to simply add a row of single crochets around all of them and join them that way, just because I don't really want the bag to be much bigger than this. I don't know what colour to join them in, because I feel like the blue, like this blue, is too light maybe, and then this is kind of too dark. I almost am tempted to just do it in black, because that's quite nice neutral, either black or a white, although I don't find white the most like practical colour for bags just because it stains. So I might try black, I think. Good morning. I look a little bit tired still. I am heading to the gym, but I'm so hooked on this granny square bag project that I think I'm going to make a few more squares before I go, just to wake up a little bit, you know. I have 2 piles already collected. This is one of the sides, and then I think I need to make 4 more, and this actually works up so quickly because I'm holding the strand double, so it's quite thick, and I'm using a 4mm hook, and there's 4 rows per square, so it is actually working up really quickly. And I forgot how much I love doing granny squares, especially when they're all different colours. The thought process of like picking colours, putting colours together and deciding on like colour schemes, I love so much. And I also find the more that I make, the better my colour schemes get. So like these are some of my least favourite colour schemes that I kind of did at the start, and then these are like some really good colours that I just like came up with, and then these are the ones that I've made so far for the other side. This is one of the first colour schemes that I did. I put it aside for the other side of the bag, and I actually don't love this one as much, whereas these I really like, and this one. But I think it's fine, like sometimes when you have colours that you don't love as much, they will kind of like disappear once you've added the project together. So once these are all attached, it will look really nice. So I'm gonna make a few more, and then I'll think about how I'll attach them all. from the gym and this morning I finished all my squares, so they are ready. On my way home I stopped to get some of this blue yarn because I thought a black outline might be too harsh, and I really like this Marnie bag, and I think the blue like dark navy tone really makes the colours pop a lot more. I think I'm going to use this as an outline. I want to say, oh yeah, I did one with a blue outline, so I might just redo the outline with a different colour. I'm gonna lay all the squares out to make the full like square bag pattern, and then I guess I'll try and start connecting them. I'm not 100% sure yet on the exact method. I generally prefer join as you go, so whether I do like a full row of single crochets or I'll single crochet one, chain one, single crochet one, I'm not sure. I do want to make sure that the bag is really sturdy, but at the same time I don't want it to be like really stiff, you know, so I'm gonna have to probably try a few different methods. So I've attached all of the squares and I've just ended up doing like a single crochet one, chain one, and a join as you go, back and forth type thing, which I love doing because then you don't really have as many ends to weave in at the end. This then goes like this, folded in half, so you have the front and the back. And then I thought to add some side panels on just because it turned out slightly smaller than I thought, but I don't necessarily want to like undo everything and add another row. So I've made this side panel just like a strip of double crochets, and my plan is to attach this onto the side like that and then kind of like somehow squeeze it into there, if that makes sense. So it's like an opening just to give it a bit more of a three-dimensional space. I'm gonna attach one side and see how that looks, and then I'm gonna take a little break. We're gonna go to the cinema, we're gonna go see 28 Years Later, and then tomorrow morning off to London quite early, so I probably won't be able to finish this until the weekend, which is sad because I'm proper locked in. This project has worked up so quickly so far, and I find that then really motivates me to finish it quickly. It's just also like all the colours and stuff have been so fun to work on. I'm gonna come back to this at the weekend and we'll finish this together. It is Monday. I am back from a very busy week. The work, freelancing stuff went well in the end. I always feel like the build up to it is always a lot more anxiety inducing, stressful than the actual shoot or event itself. So yeah, that all went absolutely fine. I came home on Thursday and then on Friday went back on the train to London to see Olivia Rodrigo, which was also amazing. And then when I came back on Saturday, I had a little nap and then we went out for a friend's birthday party. So then yesterday on Sunday, I was just chilling. Today, I'm kind of getting back into a routine. What I did manage to do yesterday was finish this bag. I still have lots of like loose ends that I need to weave in, but this is how that is looking. I added these side panels in, which I then also like folded at the bottom, so they just kind of make a slightly larger opening, if that makes sense. And then for these straps, I've decided to add like a white border to make it a bit more interesting, and I actually really like how that turned out. Obviously, as you can see, still need to weave in the ends, and then I'm going to block it. So when that's done, I'm going to show you and we can chat through the whole thing a bit more in detail. Today I'm going to hang out in the park a little bit. I'm going to meet up with Sophie from Cinema Knits, and we're just gonna sit in the sun, have a coffee, do some knitting, crocheting together. So for that, I now need to find a project that I can take with me. Obviously, I've finished the bag. I have a cardigan on the go at the moment, but I'm kind of at a tricky bit that I haven't quite figured out yet. So I want to take a project with me that is easy. I don't really need to think about it. Like I can hold a conversation while I'm just crocheting it. That actually brings me on to today's sponsor, which is Millanote. From this summer onwards, for the rest of the year, I have a very structured plan of all the projects that I want to complete complete, as well as some patterns I hopefully want to release. I basically have a list of projects that I really want to do, and then I've narrowed them down to things that I can also make into patterns, because a lot of the times when I make a project, people then ask for patterns when I wasn't planning to write a pattern, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of trying to structure it a little bit more organized this time. And an amazing tool that has helped me stay organized has been Millanote. This is my summer 2025 projects board, which keeps all of my project ideas, mood boards, to-do lists, and deadlines. And what I love is that Millanote offers lots of different tools and elements which all help me to fully organize everything in detail. On the left here, I keep all of my overall project lists with the names and deadlines of the project. And even though I didn't want this to be a to-do list, I can still cross out the text if I've completed something, which is very satisfying to do. I then keep each month in a different column to categorize which project I want to make. The planning kind of varies per project. For example, the cardigan I'm currently working on didn't really have that much inspiration and was more of a general idea that I had. So I made a list of things that I still need to complete with this project until the pattern can be released. The birthday bag, however, which is the one that I just made, obviously is a present for my mum, and this one needed a lot more planning. I added all of my inspo into a subboard to get a better overview of my ideas, which really helps me make concrete decisions on shapes and colours and doesn't just leave you like paralysed by choice. So in here I've collected a bunch of inspiration that my mum has sent me over the last few months and years, which really helped me establish the project that realistically I was able to work on a certain time frame, but also on colours and shapes that she really liked. Obviously ended up going for this tote bag that she sent me, and then I just gathered some general inspo that I already had. I really like adding a text box in there and just making a list of the common themes and just various things that I like to focus on for a project, again just to eliminate any like choice paralysis. I really love utilizing the drawing tool to just highlight any areas in my board. The birthday bag was a project that I definitely had to finish this month, so I added some exclamation marks on there just so I'm aware of the urgency, and I did finish it in time. I also added some images and color swatches for my August plans. Again, I didn't have any concrete inspiration, just more general ideas. So a couple of images were kind of enough to summarize this project. I also love using the arrow feature to tie all the certain elements together, especially if they're kind of further away on the board, so you can just draw all of that together. Overall, Millanote makes starting a new project really easy with over 100 built-in templates available for every type of creative project. I really like using the craft project mood board template to visualize all my project ideas that I have, which then really helps me later on to actually bring them to life. Millanote also has recently relaunched their mobile app, so all the boards now sync up on my phone as well, which is incredible because I'm on my phone obviously all the time, as we all are, but especially if I kind of finish my workday, I put my laptop away, I don't want to have it open at night when I'm kind of relaxing and crocheting. So I'm able to get my project up on my phone as well, and I can just like quickly check in. I did this recently when I was working on the birthday bag. When I was unsure about certain color choices or design choices, I was able to just quickly look it up on my phone and remind myself of my inspo, rather than having to go onto Pinterest and finding all the inspo individually and then getting all muddled up with all the different ideas that I'm having. The absolute best thing, of course, about Millanote is that it is available for free with no time limit. So sign up for a free Millanote account using the link in my description box. Get organizing, plan your projects, whatever kind of creative venture you are on. I cannot recommend it enough. On that note, actually, I'm gonna have a little look through my board now because I need to figure out what project I'm gonna take to the park with me. I have a crochet skirt in here, which I have started the swatches for. However, I haven't actually started the skirt yet, and I don't really wanna have to take my measuring tape to the park. I don't wanna have to like try things on over my body necessarily. I just feel like it would get really awkward, and I'm just way too shy to do that in public. I might have to skip forward a little bit, and potentially I'm going to look at the headscarf and bandana projects that I want to start in August. So maybe I'll do the bandana. I do need to get going because I don't want to be late. Let's go have a wholesome Monday afternoon outside. Yesterday was so much fun. I love crocheting in the park and being outside, and me and Sophie were just yapping. If you haven't already, go check out Sophie's YouTube channel, follow her on Instagram. She does amazing fibre arts content, cannot recommend it enough. I'll leave a link to her channel and her Instagram down below, so yeah, make sure to check her out. This is how far I've come with my skirt. Actually, I haven't tried it on yet. So I thought we could do that together and see if I actually cast on the correct size, because that's what I tend to fail on. All right, I can actually get it over my bum, so that is a good sign. So I will eventually have to do some increases, maybe some short rows somewhere. But I'm really not sure where and when. So I think I'm going to continue crocheting, trying it on as I go, and then like figuring out when it sort of hits my bum and just adding some short rows in, I guess. Or some increases. I don't know. Definitely winging this one, but I think it will look really, really good. I'm not sure if I have shown you already the swatches that I made for it. So I'm currently working on this section. This is how it starts, and then through the top here I'm going to add like a tie so you can make it a bit tighter, and then after that I want to say I'll work on this meshy section, and then I want to do a section of filet crochet, like repeating flowers like this, and then after that I think, I'm not sure, I had a few different ideas, but I think once I get to that point of the skirt I might want to change it up anyways. It's boiling hot again today. I'm going to see if I can sit outside for a bit without absolutely sweltering. My fringe will have to go up. It's so sweaty under there. But yeah, I think I'm going to continue working on this. I should really finish my cardigan, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to, and I'll work on this instead. It is so hot. It's so hot. 30 degrees is too much. It's just too much. I think I was out there for a good couple hours. I really tried to make it work, but it was just so hot. I had to come back in, and even now being inside, I've got all the windows open. It is too warm to function. Tomorrow's only going to be 20 degrees and I'm so excited. I can't wait. At the same time, I feel like I might be getting ill. And honestly, this was so predictable with how busy things have been all over the place, not getting any sleep. I knew this was going to happen. Anyways, my skirt is looking okay. It's a bit tangled up actually. I had to undo it a little bit because when I was doing the increases I realised I needed more increases, so I just like redid them. So I'm starting to like fray it out at the bottom. Well, I've done like increases, if you can see them there. I'm gonna try it on and I'll show you. I've also added some ties already in there because when I was trying it on the top was a lot looser, just because obviously the top of the skirt is the size of my bum width. So then it just goes a bit bigger around the waist, you know, when I'm trying it on. So I just put the ties in, so when I'm trying it on, it's more realistic to how I would look when it's done. Anyways, I'm going to try it on and I'll show you. Right, now mind you that I am trying this on over the dress, so it looks a bit funky. But this is the front where I've added the ties. I'll show you without them. It's like really loose, so it almost like goes in weirdly. So yeah, it's quite handy to be able to tie it. As you can see, I've got two increase sections here and the same at the back. Part of me is thinking that I should have done more increases. So obviously I've got 4, but I feel like I could have maybe done with 6 or like 8. Like I feel like I could do with 1 here, here, here and here. It's just the question whether I'll continue and realise later on I should have done that and having to undo everything, or if I undo everything now, redo everything, realise that actually wasn't the move, undo everything again and just redo what I've already done. Neither option sound particularly appealing, to be honest. I wish I knew the answer to this problem. I'm currently packing my bag to go to Germany and I wanted to show you the finished bag. It took so long to dry after I blocked it. The cotton yarn really held on to that moisture, but luckily it was quite warm out, so I just let it dry in the sun. And this is how it turned out. I think it's quite cute. I like all the different colours and I think the blue really ties it in. I also made sure whilst I was blocking to fold this, so this isn't like as obvious. It just like, if you then want to put stuff in, gives it a bit more room. I'm gonna wrap it now. I'm gonna pop one of my t-shirts in there as well because my mum asked for one, so I'm gonna nicely slot that in here. and then wrap it so I can give it to her tomorrow. Very exciting. I also ages ago made her this knit vest, and over time it's just kind of like slumped a bit too much, and so she asked me to take the ribbing off on the side of the arms, and I was meant to do this for ages now but I always forgot. I'm gonna quickly do that so I can take it back all nice and fixed for her. But how cute is this? I'm actually so jealous. I might have to make one of these for myself as well. I do really like the colour. I know this yarn, I think it's a Style Craft, some kind of acrylic. They do a green as well, and yeah, unfortunately I don't have a pattern for this. I freehanded this a while ago, but very cute.
Was sind das für schöne Farben? Oh, wow! Oh, ist die schön. Oh, Paula. Danke.
Gerne.
Dankeschön. Ja. Oh, voll die schönen Farben.
Du hast mir mal ganz früher, ich bin durch die Screenshots gegangen, die du mir geschickt hast.
Ja.
Du hast mir ganz früher mal so eine Granny Square Bag geschickt, aber ich wollte halt ein anderes Muster machen. Und,
oh,
ja.
wow. Ja. Und vor allem, dass du die Grundfarbe blau genommen hast.
Ja, ich musste halt ein bisschen was Dunkleres irgendwie jetzt, aber sieht cool aus.
Ja,
ja.
Voll schön.
Ja, und dann halt noch das T-Shirt. Das du ja eh schon gewünscht. As you can see, I am in Germany. We've been here for a few days now actually, but it's just been kind of busy. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I did end up kind of ill, like just with a cold, but it really wiped me out. So I feel like I'm kind of much better now. And I did do some more crocheting on my skirt, and I don't think I even made it to the airport, and I literally ran out of yarn on the train to the airport. So I bought some more yarn obviously here in Germany, but I haven't actually done any more other than what I did obviously on the train. And this is currently where I'm at. I again haven't tried it on in a while, so I'll do that now. It's kind of hard to tell because I'm also wearing black shorts underneath, but I think I might have to undo all of the filet crochet section because where the increases are here, it then just kind of like stops, it goes quite flat. So I think I might have to figure out how to do increases within the filet section, which is a little bit awkward because I obviously can't really change like the pattern of it. I don't know if I can show you more clearly, but here was one of the increases, but it's just gone quite flat then. I don't really want to have to undo everything that I've already done, but this is like, I don't know, not looking as it's supposed to look. I've also given my mum her bag, which she very much liked. Here it is. Pretty good birthday present, I'd say, because you can whip it up quite quickly. I think I'm gonna end the video here. We've got quite a few busy days ahead of us again, so I don't actually know how much crochet I'm gonna get done, and I've been doing a lot of reading while I was here, which is really nice because I haven't really had the time to do much reading back home over the last couple of weeks, so yeah, I'm really enjoying that at the moment. Make sure to check out Millanote using the link down in the description, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you next time. Goodbye.